Born out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV. Of course, we're at Tommy Mac's at the bar. We're talking business once again. The show brought to you by our good friends down at the Southern Grill. Some of the best Southern cooking you will have right here on the First Coast. Check them out on the South Bank. My guest is Carlos Pagan, and he's with iHeartMedia. He joins me now. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Great to have
Tommy.
you, man. How you doing? Sharp dressed, man. You must be in sales or something. Huh? Is that right?
We try to help people. We try to help people in iHeart, yes.
How long you've been with iHeartMedia?
Close to a year.
Close to a year. Okay, but you're from Puerto Rico. You've been in the States 5 years.
Yes, sir.
But you were working in sales down in Puerto Rico, right?
In Puerto Rico, I was working with media. I worked with radio stations. I worked with newspapers and
Okay. Okay, so you're with iHeartMedia now for about a year, and your focus is selling to the Hispanic community. Is that correct? Trying to find businesses here that can connect to the Hispanic community. Is that
yes? Me as a Hispanic, I try to search for American businesses that can grow their business in the Hispanic market.
Okay, cool.
Right now, there is a huge population, over 100,000 Hispanics here in the United States, and they have
Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, only Jacksonville.
Right.
Sorry about
that's
that.
okay. It's okay.
So we have over 100,000 Hispanics living in Jacksonville at this very moment.
Yep.
Numbers are way more higher. You have 9,000 families coming in Jacksonville each year. So that represents a huge buying potential power to other American businesses. Maybe they are not aware that they can have this extra money and giving additional resource to the Hispanic community at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Are there certain businesses or just any business? I mean, it's
Hispanics
everyday life, right?
Exactly.
I mean, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, you most likely can pitch it to a Hispanic.
Okay.
But you need to do it the right way, and that's the key of it. It's not enough, and this I need to stress this enough. It's not enough just to translate your content, because there's a cultural barrier that needs to be break, right? So when my job is try to make you understand how that culture works in order to get your product in their hands and they can accept it, right? And we go to that.
Do we need a Hispanic spokesperson just to the bridge of the culture and the communication? Am I onto something there?
Yes, I believe. I strongly believe that if you want to really deliver the message, you need to have a Hispanic person saying it.
Yeah, I agree. So how is that being received here locally? How is that being received?
It's great. Right now we have clients that they have increased over 25% of their business revenues just approaching that. And obviously the Hispanics are based on, they look a lot of resources. They don't know that much. So we rely on the radio and on social media to know where to find stuff, where I go to take my car to the mechanic, where I can call.
Everyday life.
Just we have less understanding of our surroundings. That's why radio works great to advertise in the Hispanics.
That's a huge opportunity. I mean, for the businesses, for you. Yeah. I mean, to make that connection. I mean, that's 100,000 people plus and growing every year. I mean, that's not...
The numbers are not going to go exactly. The numbers are never going to go slow or down. It's going to increase. If you understand, Miami and Orlando, that whole area is flooded. We are everywhere, and right now over there, you don't need to even talk English to have a job. It is going to be at some point in Jacksonville like that. So we need to acknowledge that in order to prepare.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what's been the challenge for you, if any? I know it's been well received, but What are the challenges?
Well, the challenges are first trying to make understand people the potential that it
Yep.
is, right? Maybe
Yep.
we don't. Maybe some American business would understand that they don't have a buying power right now. For example, the normal household will have 63,000 in the normal income.
Okay, medium income.
Compared to the same range in the American will be 69.
Okay.
So we're not that far off.
Not that far off at all, right?
And when you present that, like, yes, you can sell a car, expensive car, to a Hispanic. Of course, they like cars and they like to spend money also, just like anybody else.
Absolutely. Well, so let's help you out here. How can businesses find you? You know, if they're watching this show and they're like, yeah, I want to look into this a little bit more, how can they find it?
First, I mean, I'm Carlos Pagan, work for iHeartMedia. You can call me at, it's 352-448-7833. That would be my phone number, but they can reach out to you. They can reach you. We can connect, and we can definitely give the information needed.
Cool, man. Hey, cheers to you. That's great. I love that niche. You know, it's a big opportunity, and hey, man, welcome everybody into this community, right? All right, that's awesome. Check out Carlos Pagan and iHeartMedia if you're looking to get involved. I think it's a fabulous thing. Hey, if you like these kind of conversations, check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers. Born out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV. Of course, back at the bar and back at Tommy Mac's. My guest today is Carrie Stewart, Chief Strategy Officer for Miller Electric, of course, an iconic company right here in Jacksonville. This show brought to you by my good friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits right there on St. John's Bluff Road. Go check them out during the day or at night. Some of the best jazz and blues live music you will see. Let's welcome Carrie to the show. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How
Thank
you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Chief Strategy Officer.
That's right.
That's a busy job.
Yes.
Isn't it? A lot of strategy going on.
A lot of strategy.
So not just locally either, because I know you guys are the sponsor of the new Performance Center, the Jags. That's not just for the Jags, is it? Or is it just for the Jags?
It's just for the Jags.
It's just for the Jags. I've been told the old timers may be able to go in there and work out from time to time.
I think they'll let you
we'll
in.
be able to let us in. But that had to be part of the strategy, right?
It's part of the strategy. They also have lots of meeting rooms. It will be available to the public when it's not being used by the Jags.
Okay.
And so we'll have access to it for client meetings, and obviously our logo will be on the Performance Center. So at least a dozen times during the year when the world is watching football in our stadium, they will see our logo. And that helps us in other markets. We're in a lot of other markets where they have NFL NFL teams.
Okay.
And so seeing our name, it might not be a big deal for somebody in Nashville. They go, what is Miller Electric? We have an office in Nashville.
Okay, great.
We have an office in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Wow. I didn't know you guys were that widespread. I knew you're huge here and in Northeast Florida and obviously Georgia and whatnot, but I didn't know you were that widespread. That's awesome. So how long have you been with Miller?
A little over 2 years now.
Okay, cool. So what's your background?
Before Miller, I was at JEA for 3 years. And then
Okay.
prior to that, I worked with Mayor Curry. I was his chief of staff.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Mayor's a friend. He's sat right there in this chair.
Has
There's
he?
your end. Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. All right, so your day-to-day, like I said, you're busy. You're
Sure,
strategizing locally, throughout the country, everything you're in.
So it really is helping the executive team and everything that cascades from the executive team take our strategy to the frontline employees.
Okay.
Our goal is to be $1 billion company by 2026 with 10% operating margin. It's that specific.
Okay.
And what does it take to get there? We have, 5 operating mandates, things that we need to focus on. Operational excellence. Building on our culture of stewardship, like what we do here in the Jacksonville office.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that we are number one in Tampa in terms of community engagement, in Atlanta and in Charlotte and in Birmingham, right?
Yeah,
Those in all of our offices.
Yep.
And making sure that we keep our eye on the goal and that everyone understands what their role is in achieving $1 billion by 2026 with a 10% operating margin.
Yeah.
If you can keep those things in mind and relate it to what you do on a day-to-day basis at Miller Electric, because we're family owned and we're an ESOP, which means our employees own the company too.
Okay.
So it matters to everyone in our company just as much as it does to our CEO that we get to that $1 billion.
So culture, is huge, obviously,
huge.
but when you're an ESOP, that makes it not easier, but at least they've got skin, right? For lack of a better term. So you'd think they would want to, by human nature, perform at a high level every single day, but you still have to have that culture trickling down from the top all the way through, right? That's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do. And as we're fast approaching 3,500 employees across the greater Southeast and then Milwaukee and Dallas to the west, Little Rock. I don't want to forget about our friends in Little Rock.
That's right.
But it is hard to maintain that. And we've built such a great culture here in the Southeast. How do we port that from Jacksonville to all of these other offices and continue to grow the company and not lose our identity and our culture?
Yeah, duplicate it, right? Continuously doing that. Well, it starts at the top, right? That leadership's got to be in place. All right, you guys are a big part of Jags. And as we wrap up here, you went to London.
I did.
How was that? It was pretty cool.
London was
obviously
fantastic.
The game, not great, but...
Game's always great.
Yeah.
My husband and I go every year. This was the 9th year. Unfortunately, we didn't win. But the fans there are great. The NFL does a great job with it. London is it's London. It's one of the best cities in the world. And it's just a great atmosphere.
It is. Yeah, that's a great thing over there. And they put on a great show.
They do.
There's no doubt. And it's, 86,000 people?
86,215 of our best friends were in that stadium singing Sweet Caroline at one point all together. So
nothing better than that, right?
Nothing better than that.
Well, cheers to that. Great to have you on the
cheers
show.
to that.
All the best, all right?
you.
I mean, you guys are kicking butt and you'll continue to do so.
We will.
All right. That's awesome. Love having one of the iconic businesses, family-owned businesses that have been around here forever. Hey, look, everybody's welcome at my table, whatever you're doing out there, from entrepreneurs to running these big companies right here in our great city of Jacksonville. If you like these kind of conversations, check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there, and we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors, in briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth, back at the bar at Tommy Max and on Buzz TV, brought to you by good friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits. Check them out right there on St. John's Bluff Road. Great spot to hang out, have a cigar, do a little work. And if you're there at nighttime, you'll see some incredible live entertainment, jazz, blues, you name it. Always a great time. We always have a great time here, too. And our guest is David Vega from Trident. He's in the digital marketing world, and we welcome him into the show. How you doing, David?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Great to have you.
Always salute.
So, Ponte Vedra, Chicago, you're back and forth.
I am,
Born
yes.
and raised in Chicago, but lived here for a long time.
Been here for about 25 plus years, more than that now, 30 years, I guess. Who knows?
Nice.
We're all getting old in this
That's
time,
right.
you know. Yes, definitely.
How long have you owned Tridents?
Well, Trident's has been, the birth is about 22 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had previous companies before that, and
Okay.
called First Coast US, and a lot of people probably use the services way back in the day, before even Google started, you know,
Wow,
that adoption and everything. But Trident's is, you know, was born through the .com bubble.
Yep.
And then, you know, we've been growing ever since.
And it continues to change, right?
It
We were
has.
talking off air, this whole metaverse stuff is 3D world and all this.
That's some of the latest
Isn't
sort of
it?
technologies
Yeah.
and channels that, you know, Trident is also, from a metaverse perspective, is into. You know, one of our leading consultancies and programming and Web3 development out there. You know, we're doing a lot of creative things. And it's not just consider what people always say, like NFTs. It's just a digital art, a little picture. I mean, it goes well beyond that.
Yeah, right.
Dynamics, NFTs, that we want to do what's called utilities, is to build something upon that so it's a worldwide
What
membership
kind
group.
of, is there a certain kind of business you target? Are you agnostic or is there?
Sure. Well,
what's
we
your
cover pretty much all
focus?
niches. I mean, even from hospitality
Okay.
all the way down. I mean, we service and we work through some of the, you know, small businesses all the way up to Fortune 100 companies.
Yep.
And you know what sets us apart, I think, a lot of times is that we're a value-driven, eccentric agency.
Right.
So even if the economy is doing well, you're gonna the bonus for people to be able to market. We get to do it digitalized, all the different omni channels, and you know, even like today where the economy is starting to slow down. There needs to be a little bit pullback. We're still right there because being value driven. It's always a win-win for all.
Yeah,
our
well,
clients.
especially, I mean, not that it's a huge part of it, but that social media doesn't normally cost that much to promote on social media if you do it right.
Correct. I mean, there's always some sort of cost, you know, justification that needs to be done, and it just depends on different levels. And we have different channels we promote, and we even have our Spare division, which is our sort of geo-marketing element, where it's sort of you know, we push ads and track people and their whereabouts. So if you go into a certain establishment, we'll be able to tag you and be able to retarget you, and that helps with like our grocery chains and industries and storefronts and automobiles and things.
Well,
like
all you got to go to Publix. I'm in there 3 days a week. They know exactly what I'm buying.
Right, and even the technology, you walk up and down the aisle, they can point you to where that produce is and tell the exact price.
Is AI a part of it too?
AI is a limitation of that, but AI has its own sort of component. And you know, we use a certain AI function within our social media marketing. It helps with the content and spreading to be able to gather information, gather data, and then incorporate that piece of information into reliable content.
Let me ask you this, because I know it's being big news, and my kids and wife love it for TikTok. But and people are using TikTok for business, right? I mean, they are. the FCC, the chairman's come out saying he wants to ban it or whatever. What's going to happen in that? And what does that affect you? Or do you just go, hey, we just go to the next platform?
Well, it will be just the next platform.
Yeah.
I mean, I think from a privacy tech point of view, I mean, they do gather information. I mean, every social media platform does.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Facebook does, right?
Every social platform, media that you're in, even your car tracks you.
Right.
So I mean, if someone is that paranoid, you know, you might as well just ditch technology altogether. And just get some horses and just go around and do your thing.
Land up in Pennsylvania or something.
But I do see some sort of correlation of some restrictions that are going to be hammered down in here.
All right, as we wrap up, David, so when you look at television, radio, Prince on, it'll maybe survive. I don't know. It'll always be, I don't know, but not a lot of people use print anymore. Digital marketing. Where do you rank digital marketing in terms of longevity, for the future? It's got to be up there pretty high.
Digital marketing's on the top.
On the top.
It's on the top.
Even more than television.
Even so,
Okay.
but it's so much intertwined right now with digital marketing, with the OTT web, and things to deal with and how you market. But digital marketing in general is straight across it's in the top.
Cool. All right, so how can people find you, David? We'll get you. I know you're successful and doing great, but let's get you some more business.
Sure. Man. Everyone can just go to tridents.com. Okay. I'm sure you'll send a link out there, and
absolutely,
you can always reach out to me personally as well. And we're a human branding company, and we love sitting out here and even have some drinks with you.
Right.
And
go Jags.
Talk shop and go Jags. Go Jags.
Jags and Bears, maybe.
Well,
we're Jags. Whatever.
Unfortunately, combined, I think we're like 5-12, but it's
just like a wedding ring. Just let it going. Well, great to have you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Always love talking to people doing great things out there, and you out there are always welcome right here at my bar. If you would like these kind of conversations, check out more at iwantabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Born out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bake for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. We're back at Tommy Mac's, back at the bar, and back with some veterans of our great military. Man, hoorah is what I'm told. Absolutely. Love that and much more. Of course, brought to you by our good friends at the Southern Grill and Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits. Daniel Bean is back from Abel and Bean, and Helena Pugh from Zahara Veterans Network. Let's say hi to Dan.
Hey,
Dan, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You're all covered up today. What's going on?
Had to work a little bit.
So you had to put on the tie and all that. The Clark Kent outfit.
Yeah, but she looks
Till
fantastic.
later. She does. She does. Helena, how are you?
Very good.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for your service, first and foremost.
Thank
How
you
long
for the
did you
support.
serve in the Marines?
4 years, but 4 years in the Marine Corps is like 20 everywhere else.
That's right.
And she can kill you several ways.
What did you say about the other branches are there for what?
Training and educational
Training and
opportunities.
education. That's great. Well, it's great to have you. Tell us about Sahara Veterans Network.
Yeah, so it's a nonprofit organization. I started with the first event launched in 2016, and our mission and our goal is always to connect women veterans to resources that already exist within the community and to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all types of resources, whatever is needed to live day to day.
well, it's based on their needs. What we kind of get from women veterans is they'll show up at different times of the year needing different types of support. And so as an organization, one of the challenges I had when I came out is I didn't know what programs are out there for veterans.
Right.
So I started the organization so that I can find out what are the organizations, not just in the area that I live in, but nationwide.
Right.
What organizations actually assist veterans, which ones are going to be the best to help with their issues. And I really kind of now geared toward the federal federal programs because they have so much support.
Okay. And having many veterans here at the bar over the years, I one of the constant things was that veterans don't know. Like there's so many resources out there, and for whatever reason, they don't know how to find them or connect them or whatever. So that's what you're doing, right? With women veterans.
Absolutely. But a lot of times what we find out, kind of like my mentors used to say to me, you needed help, but you're beyond help now. You're in autopsy mode. You should have come to me, months ago. So the goal is to not just get women veterans in and tell them about programs, but that they get involved with their own veteran community. Because for women veterans, what you'll see is they're almost non-existent within the veteran community. And you don't see them until they're having issues or challenges. But on just a normal basis, they're not showing up at meetings. They're not coming to a lot of conferences or events. They really have been in the background.
Why do you think that is?
So women veterans, I always tell people, when you look at women veterans, one thing you should know right off the bat is more than 70% are impacted by military sexual trauma or some other form.
70%.
More than 70%. The top two things treated at the Department of Veteran Affairs for women veterans, two of them deal with mental health issues. So it's either PTSD or some form of MST that they're recovering from.
Oh my gosh, well that makes sense why they don't want to.
2 in every 3 women veterans that you meet is then impacted by that. So, that kind of maybe changes the way she interacts with the community when she's out of the service. She takes a little bit more time to work on herself. Takes a little bit more time before she gets involved. But sometimes that they don't ever come back. They never come back and get involved or really maintain. But women veterans as a whole do a lot for their communities.
Absolutely.
I always tell people, women veterans right now, #1 starter of businesses in the United States of America. And when a woman veteran starts a business, she stays in business longer. She hires more local employees and she gives more support to nonprofit organizations than any other or agency or corporation. So having women veterans get involved with your community is exactly what you want.
Yeah, no question about it. And when you're making that transition, it's so difficult. You go from being very scheduled, regimented, and then you're out into this world of anybody does whatever the heck they want, whenever they want.
Yeah, and you have to kind of find joy. So the other thing is women veterans, if they are married, more than likely they're married to another service member. So that means that when she transitions, she's probably not going back to her own home. She's staying with her spouse, and that sometimes put her in a position where she doesn't have supportive resources around her. So she has to find her way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As we wrap up, where can people find you? They need your help. So where can
so we have a website, zaharavets.org, and then we're also at the start of next year we're going to be relaunching with a new podcast. Everyone's getting into podcasts now.
Definitely.
For the last few years, one of the things I've been really great at doing is talking about veteran programs that are underutilized by veterans, and not just women, but men and women. Because believe it or not, about half of the people I personally mentor are male veterans, primarily from the Vietnam veteran era. So, yeah, that's my gifting. So
good for you, man. You're serving the people and doing the good work. I love it. So ZaharaVet.org.
Yeah, ZaharaVets.org.
Vets.org.
Yes.
Great. So great to have you.
Thanks for having
again.
me.
Appreciate it. Dan the man.
Outstanding.
You're great. Yeah. You didn't even have to say anything.
She's
good.
awesome. She's awesome.
Well, this is my guy. This is my guy. We stick together.
No doubt about it. All right. Great to have you guys. So awesome.
Somebody has to protect the Marines.
There you go. You got it in. I was waiting. I was waiting. All right. Hey, veterans are always welcome on this show. We love you on this show. If you want to see these kind of conversations and more, check them out at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth.
Hoorah.
Cheers. Hoorah.